What's going on, everyone? We're going to do a part install video today because I was able to get my hands on this. This is a newly designed freewheel from Euphree bikes. This is my Euphree Stellar Falcon. We're going to put this on that bike. Now, what makes this special is it's a 1032. I don't know if I've ever seen a freewheel with 10 as the smallest cog before. Usually the smallest you see is 11. So what this is going to do is help you if your bike has a lot of ghost pedaling. You get to a higher speed, your legs are spinning like crazy, there's no feeling in the pedals. The ways you solve that are, first you could put on a bigger front chainring, or you put on a smaller freewheel in the back. A lot of the bikes I see have a 14 as the smallest cog in the back, so if you switch to a 10, you're going to notice a dramatic difference. This one, I'm honestly not going to see much of a difference on this bike because it already has an 11 tooth on the back, so going to 10, not going to be a huge difference, but if you had a 14 back there, going to 10 would be a big difference. And this is an 8-speed. All the Euphree bikes are 8 speeds. I believe they're also going to design this in a 7-speed. So got a lot of ghost pedaling in your bike. You might want to check out their website, see if they've got these for sale yet. But I got my hands on the latest, greatest. I want my bike to have the latest equipment on it, so I'm going to put this on there. We're just totally building this Stellar Falcon out. We've added a lot to it. The seat, the bottle holder, the lock, the basket. I think the basket might be my favorite thing. Check that out. They did such a great job designing these baskets with the basket liners. It looks really nice. There's a little cover that's tucked in here. You can cover the whole top of the basket. And they make the same thing for the back of the bike if you want a rear basket. I just have the Euphree bag on there. Loving the Cloud 9 seat. We got the lock, we got the bottle holder. I put Tannis foam in the tires. We're building this out into my ultimate comfortable Greenway cruiser. Let's get this new rear freewheel added to this bike. I'll show you how we do it. There's a couple tricks that you're gonna need to know. And then I'll try to show you some clips of the pedaling cadence difference, and you can see if it might work for you. Let's get going. All right, we got to get this thing upside down, but first let's make it a little bit lighter. Take off the lock. We'll take out the battery. This thing's pretty light, but the bike's not that heavy. Bend our mirrors down, screen out of the way. I'm gonna actually shift it into the highest gear. Okay. Now we're gonna flip it. Let's see how heavy it is. 1, 2, 3, go. Ooh, not too bad. All right, now we gotta get the back wheel off. Okay, I'm gonna cut all these zip ties to release our motor cable. All right, got those done. We undo the plug. All right, motor cable is released. This is a pretty big axle nut on here, 22 millimeter. Just get that kickstand out of the way. Barely gets on there, gosh. All right, everything's released. Let's see if we can pull this out of here. There you go, comes right out. All right, now this is where things get a little bit tricky and something you're gonna need to know before you even start this process. To remove the freewheel, I mean, obviously you just can't turn it because it's gonna do literally what its name says. It's going to freewheel. You need a freewheel removal tool like this, right? You can buy these, bike shop, Amazon, wherever. Now the problem is you got the axle sticking out here. It's a pretty decent sized diameter. So if I go to put this on there, I can't get down into the freewheel to remove it. The axle is too big to go through the center of this. This hole is not large enough to fit the axle through. So I can't even get down on the freewheel to take it off. So what you're gonna need is this freewheel removal tool that I bought from Area 13 e-bikes. And it's got a large diameter opening. So you can get motor plugs through there or axles through there. It's huge. So this will go like right down over there. Whoops, upside down, like this. I can get right down in there like that to take the freewheel off. So you're gonna need one of these if you're trying to take off something like this. A lot of these e-bikes, you're going to need this special tool, unfortunately, because a lot of times the motor plug will come out here and you got to get over the motor plug. But you know, that's the difference between these two, is just the diameter of the hole there. This is not cheap. Gosh, I think I paid like $63 for this thing. It's crazy, but I mean, I got to have it. I don't know how many times I've needed it. So let's take it off of there. There you go. Time to put the new one on. Now these just thread on there. And you really don't need to get it all that tight when you put it on, because the chain is actually going to tighten it up as you pedal. So I usually just put them on basically hand tight, and then, you know, the chain loops around, and it's going to force it like this anyway. So it's just going to get tighter and tighter the more you ride on it. All right, let's get this wheel back down inside here. Okay, here we go. All right, our installation is complete. Look at that beautiful bike. I love that blue, man. But we got our 1032 Freewheel installed on the back. We're out for a test ride to make sure everything's working. Seems to be working just fine. And I should mention that the Stellar Falcons and the City Robin bikes from Euphree, going forward, the next batch, they're all going to have this already installed. So you won't have to do basically what I did, just be if you wanted to add it to a different bike. But all the Euphree models are going to have that 1032 going forward. So that's standard equipment on this bike. That's what they do, man. That is what Euphree does. They just constantly tweak things to make it better and better and better and better. I don't know how many versions of that City Robin they've done. And I think they got another one coming out, and it gets better every time. But I'm digging this bike. Now I want to show you a clip I took. I'm going to put up on the screen a side-by-side comparison of this bike with the original Freewheel in 7th gear, which was a 13-tooth cog. So that'll be on one side of the screen, 13-tooth, and then on the other side of the screen, I'm going to put up this one with the new Freewheel at 10. So you can kind of judge the difference. You know, if you had a 14-28 on your bike and you switch to a 10, this would be your pedal cadence. I mean, you can see the difference in how fast your legs are spinning. Dropping 3 teeth in the back like that would be a huge difference. Where it's really going to become noticeable though is if you have a bike that goes 40 plus miles an hour, then you're going to gain a lot of feeling in the pedals. And this, you know, changing that Freewheel would also allow you, if you wanted to go smaller on your front chainring, you could, and still have great feeling in the pedals. So for all those folks out there that have been either emailing me or commenting on my videos, how do I get rid of the ghost pedaling feeling? Well, that's one way to do it. You got to put a smaller cog on the back of the bike. Otherwise, you're going to have to put an even bigger chainring on. But some of these bikes already have like a 58-tooth chainring on them, so you really can't go much bigger. You got to go down in the back to eliminate the ghost pedal. But let's go out on the street here, run it up to speed. Let's get into our 8th gear. All right, 8th gear. See if I can show you my pedal cadence. I'll lean back a little. We're going 25, 29. I mean, it's really effortless at 29 miles an hour. 30. Very slow pedal cadence. It's nice. Tons of feeling. Now, if you didn't want to change out that Freewheel yourself, any bike shop will probably do that for you. I know bike shops don't like to work on electric bikes, but that's not, you know, part of the electrical components. That's bicycle stuff. So they're usually willing to do that. They'll probably swap a Freewheel for you if you didn't want to do it yourself. I'll give you one last look at this bike. One of, if not the best looking bike in my garage, I think. And this is just one little item that they've designed. There's another thing they designed. I'm going to do a video on that very soon, which I think is really going to grab your attention. It's a way to make your bike lower, get your feet on the ground more, and it's super simple. You can make the change in 5 minutes. So you don't want to miss that one. I got to get my wife in that one because, you know, my legs are long. I can sit on any seat, touch the ground easily, but she struggles at 5'3". So I'm going to make the change on the bike, and then we'll have her test the seat height. You can see the difference. I'm excited about that. Short people are going to love that design. I'll be showing that soon. Hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Whew, it's cold today. Windy.